Satya Dharma Reflection on March 27th, 2022. Beyond the awakening, beyond the awakening. Something within awakening, to be obsessed like that is like sleeping within awakening, being drowsy, maintaining something within it. This is all about realms of existence. The awakening has been created as realms of existence. Continue onwards with that which has nothing to do with the uninvolved, even within the uninvolved itself, so that it will be beyond awakening. Otherwise, it's always be deluded to maintain awakening. What is it in there? That is samudaya within awakening. Significance and meanings within awakening, involvement within awakening. This is called sleeping within awakening, being deluded to awaken, awakening in a way of deluded. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself, so that it will be beyond awakening. If the brightening is there, then it will be beyond brightening. Don't create something and make it as realm of existence. The awakening or the brightening is just a make-up thing, but purify it at the same time. Don't create realm of existence with it. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself continuously, so that it will purify all the maintaining and sinking. Why maintaining is a realm of existence. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself, uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself continuously, so that there will be no maintaining of knowing and using the knowing to maintain something further. Maintaining the mind and using the mind to maintain something further. Beyond awakening, beyond brightening, go ahead. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself will purify the one who is awakened, the one who is brightened naturally. Anytime there is the stillness or indifference, it becomes realm of existence right there and then. It becomes samsara in itself. This cannot be with carelessness. A tiny bit of stillness is become realm of existence within itself, as well as the tiny bit of indifference is also a realm of existence. This is not about using Dharma to obtain Dharma. Even Dharma is anatta within itself. Even Dharma doesn't take in itself. While practicing Dharma to obtain Dharma is all about realm of existence. This is samsara. Being deluded to become samsara all by oneself. Even Dharma doesn't take in itself. It is the anatta Dharma. Being deluded in the Dharma and using Dharma to obtain something from it. This is the delusion. practicing the equanimity, mindfulness, concentration for obtain. Even Dharma doesn't take in itself. It's anatta and anicca Dharma. When is it that is practicing for obtaining? This is about telling oneself to obtain Dharma. Where is the samutthaya that is telling you? All these knower, all these, the one who is awakened and rejoicing. This is the samutthaya. Where is it derived from? This is about following, cutting, not to grasp or obtain. What is it that is practicing the mindfulness? This is all about samutthaya, causes of suffering. This is about cutting, not practicing. Disregard even from the disregard itself. When is it that is deludedly practicing for obtain? Until it becomes addictive to Dharma. Even Dharma is not addicted to itself. When is it that practicing for obtaining Dharma? That's why it's circling on and on. Disregard even from the disregard itself, cut through the cutting itself. Cutting the cutter itself. This is not about practicing for attainment. How can there be obtainment when it's not about obtaining? The anicca doesn't take in itself as it is. The dukkha doesn't obtain itself as it is. The anatta doesn't obtain itself as it is. All Dharma don't obtain itself as it is. When is it that practicing for obtaining of Dharma? That's why there is realm of existence from the Brahma realm to the hell realm. Disregard even from the disregard itself. This is neither about someone who is attached or detached. What is it to practice with? This is all about samutthaya. Being deluded to the progression, to the deterioration on and on. And then maintaining, fixated to maintain, to be addictive with Dharma, within states of mind. Being addictive to maintain, to sink in states of mind. Fixated towards something that is not about fixation. Disregard even from the disregard itself. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. The uninvolved purifies itself. Disregard even from the disregard itself, it purifies itself. What is there to practice? The mind is anatta within itself. Practicing the anatta, this is deluded. Disregard. Cut through the knowing, following to cut through the knowing. This is not to follow, to practice anything. Each sentence is to follow towards ending. What is there to be practiced? Huh? Practicing for obtaining, for attainment. This is obtaining something that is not about obtaining. This is an addiction. Even the Dharma doesn't take in itself. Why being deluded to take in, to obtain Dharma? This is all about samudaya. The practice itself is the samudaya. The practice for attainment is the samudaya within itself. It's not about attainment or obtaining. Even itself doesn't grasp itself. Disregard even from the disregard itself. This is not about giving significance and meanings and involvement within the awakening. This is called sleeping, which is the delusion itself, being deluded to the awakening. Disregard even from the disregard itself, so that there will not be an obsession to give significance and meanings and involvement within awakening or sleeping. No grasping, even the non-grasping itself. Disregard even from the disregard itself, following the cutting, following the enlightenment. This is not about being deluded to practice for attainment. It's not about practicing for attainment of the path to the enlightenment whatsoever. Following ceasing, following the cutting, following the disregarding even from the disregard itself. Cut through, following the cut through, not practicing for attainment.